come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kansas State about to kick off to get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Snagged in the middle. It's McDonald. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, they go with the bootleg, and it works that time. You saw the defensive end came crashing down the line of scrimmage. He was sold on the fact that the running back was going to have the ball. So nice job with the ball fake by the Q. And then he's able to use that speed to get outside. Nice positive play.
And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. To the ground with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, going for it. Caught near the sticks. It's McDonald. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Trojans are on the move. Here we go, Zach. Wide receiver going in motion. Red pass, it's complete. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Trojans. A great catch and run for 6. What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Maurice. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Kansas stay quick to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll pull it on the read. They'll make the stop at the 42. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wood. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Looking to throw on third. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going right to work up top. Got it in the middle. It's McDonald. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Off the play fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. With the catch, it's Mills. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Really nice pass there. You know the expectations of USC every year are sky high. Not just to win the conference, but to be in the national championship discussion. But to do that, they need this guy right here to play at a high level week in and week out, because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The give on the counter. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Now from inside the red zone. Got it. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Getting knocked down behind the line. It's 2nd and goal from the 7. Looking to fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
The quarterback's lucky on that play because when you miss slant throws behind, if the defense is in zone coverage, there might be a defender standing right there willing to take that ball and return it for a touchdown.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this top 5 clash of the Titans, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for room at the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
He might want another play. To the air on second down. Flushed out of the pocket. By this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in the hurry up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Mills. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. This time he's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Snagged out of the air. At the 35, he's open. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Davis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's going to take off. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Here comes the heat. Good hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
USC.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice game. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. He'll keep it himself. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. Dead center perfect. And the 3-ball locks us up as we get closer to the half.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Mills. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. Ready to cut one loose. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Caught over the middle. It's McDonald.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Trojans! And that one will give them the lead.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Gives it on the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Rides the back on the option to get.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that 1st down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Under fire. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 4 over Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. A solid pickup there, works into the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Rides to back and leaves it. Picks up the first down. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And a great
Great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the Wildcats, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Hard-hitting tackle. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. Second down, he'll throw it. The short hands, it's Mills. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quick release on the RPO. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Might be changing the route. They'll toss it to the left. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
And here comes the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. They just keep firing. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Wants to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. I wonder a lot of times why teams don't run this route more often. It's an impossible matchup for the defense.
Linebacker on running back, I'm going to lose that matchup a lot, but a nice job by the running back selling to the flats just enough to get that inside space to open up, make the catch, and start getting down the field.
Powers through. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. He caught it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Kansas State. Great job by the back on the option.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And the extra point is good. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback gets enough. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some...
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Come on, set!
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Second down coming up. They'll try to get outside. Hard running there. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Trojans started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback making checks. Toss sweep to the right. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess